Infotech on 92.3 Nigeria Info. This is where we pay attention to what matters in the world of technology. But I'm the guy who asks questions. The guys who answer the questions are here with me. Of course, you know Amos Albert, who's with the Google Developer Group. Hello, Amos.
Hi, Sam.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And we're joined by another guest who is a fashion designer, but he understands the goodness of technology. And I'm not sure what side he's on today, the fashion side or the technology side, but he'll have to pick a side. Because I don't like people who, you know, people with two-face. He has to pick a side. Hello, Anthony.
Yeah, hello, how you doing?
How you doing?
Fine.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
So today we're talking fashion and tech. What's the combination? How can one help the other? Can one exist without the other? And how Anthony has been able to blend these two industries and make something beautiful out of this. But I'm more concerned about the personal questions, not the professional ones. And let's start at the beginning by asking Amos how he met Anthony.
I can't remember. I think it was Startup Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Startup Sunday. It was a startup meetup, and I think we're both sitting at the back.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're both not paying attention.
Naturally, no, usually backbenchers, that's one thing they have in common. They don't pay attention. That's why they're at the back.
But eventually we got the most out of it that day, if I remember correctly, because they saw me talking and they asked me to pitch, and
Okay.
yeah. So anyway, I think that's how we met. Startup Sunday.
Yeah, you're right.
And what about him interested you?
Games.
Oh my goodness. You play games too?
Yes.
That's problem. Oh, we've lost another man with a bright future. Okay. So Anthony, why fashion? How did you get into fashion?
Okay, first things first, I'm an architect
Oh,
by profession, yeah.
wow.
And as an architect, most architects and engineers are creative people, right?
Naturally.
Yeah, so I'm an architect, I'm a graphic designer, I do animations, and there's this thing I know about design. Design is blending of shapes and colors. So I liked dressing in a particular way, like the urban way, t-shirt, jeans,
Okay.
sneakers and stuff. So
Like you're looking right now?
yeah.
Mhm.
So I was like, let me get into this. I really like this thing I do, so, or the way I dress. So
Mm.
let me just get into fashion. And once I got in, it was just, it flowed because it's still part of design,
Mm.
you know, so it wasn't hard to start fashion, basically, urban fashion.
So the segue was, for you, it was smooth.
Yes.
But I know with different kinds of designs, there are different technicalities. So,
Yeah, but like I said, basic design technique is shapes and colors.
okay.
Once you understand shapes and you understand colors, you can blend, you can create stuff out of it.
All right. So did you see it as your number one hustle, or what, you know, would be the definer for you? Because now if we ask, fashion would be the first thing people would say about you before they
Yes,
talk about
Yeah,
architecture and all
Yeah.
the other things.
yeah.
So did you think that was going to take center stage in defining you?
Yes, because you can't live or you can't stay without wearing clothes. Basic. So I saw the fashion part of me like taking over every other thing I do.
Really?
Yes. From the beginning I was like, I like clothes. When I was in year one, I never repeat clothes. Yes. Everybody that knows me, they know. I never repeated clothes.
Your friends around that time must have been. So. That's good, though. No wonder Amos is sticking very close. Okay, so all right. So that means you've always been spending. I mean, we all buy clothes
Yes.
to fund this passion of yours,
Yes.
and so maybe you thought, why don't I make them if I love them so much?
Yes.
Wish I can do that with money. Okay, so that started the design part. How did it eventually get to where you are now?
Okay, it started with passion, then the creativity part came in.
Okay.
When you're starting a business, it was I would use the word tough, because I have a partner, which is Boma Ogidiben. She owns House of Bull, so we are together, right? When we started, it was people didn't really understand where I was coming from in terms of my designs.
Yeah.
You know, back then it was just you go buy T-shirts, then you brand them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have control of the designs if I just buy T-shirts.
Okay.
So I was like, why don't I make T-shirts?
It's not back then. I think it still happens now. People still buy and brand.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, but the difference with making is you can make to various sizes. Like now, I don't think there's a shirt in the market that is 4XL or 5XL.
I haven't searched that far.
Yes.
I
So
searched
I can
for-
actually make a 5XL shirt.
I searched from 2. Okay.
So I can actually make a 5XL shirt. And like there's this thing I'm doing, it's called a T gown. It's a T-shirt, but it's a gown.
But that's for ladies. That's
Yes.
That's
yes.
that's what ladies eventually become when they wear their boyfriend's shirts. It
Exactly.
becomes a tea gown.
Yeah, a T gown. So I actually make it, but I shape it.
Oh.
So when you're making stuff, you have control over it. That's what I wanted, because what I see in my head, I want to produce it.
Okay.
So that's where that control came from. Like I should control what I design.
Okay. Now, the difference between a good idea and a bad idea, I don't know how it's defined, but a lot of people would express a good idea by acceptance. A lot of people. Doesn't mean it's right. So if I have an idea, and no matter how wonderful I think it is in my head, if it's not accepted, if it doesn't blow up, it would seem like it wasn't good enough. Did you tell yourself, let me start making things for myself first before I try to show these people what happens in my mind?
Obviously,
Okay.
obviously, I was the model
Ah.
for my clothes. Even though I don't have the 6 packs, but I was the model.
You're a special kind of model. I don't think any of us in the studio have 6 packs.
we call it.
Amusement park.
My friend calls it 1 pack. 1 pack.
That's a very good one.
Super pack.
Okay.
Okay, so I started wearing the clothes, and my friends were like, "Man, this stuff looks cool. How much is it? How did you make it? Where did you buy it?" I was like, "No, Namimikam." And they were like, "Really? Tony, you're good." Stuff like that, you know. So I kept on wearing. Then I wanted to leave where people just come order shirts and make. So I started making shirts and putting them into boutiques. You understand? I started branding, because the difference between a fashion designer and a tailor is this: fashion designers is more about the business side of fashion
Okay.
and the brand. So it's the brand I'm selling.
Ah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, let me take the stuff and just test it in the boutique. The first boutique I went to, I put my clothes 10, and the guy was like, where did this one come from? I didn't just tell him anything. I was like, just somebody gave me, just sell it. The guy sold it and called me back. Man, people like this shirt too.
Think they move market. That's the line.
The people like this shirt too. Can I bring more? So now, see the problem. When the guy found out that I was the one making it, he was like, oh, God, I know sell this thing like this again. I was like, what happened now? Because this guy said no, that he's going to take, like, if I was selling the shirt 5K, he would say 5.5 or 6K. The guy was like, he's going to be selling the shirt 8,000. I said, why? He said, no, that I'm the one making it now. That he knows to make this shirt is like 1.5. I said, go and make it 1.5.
Okay.
So I had a problem with that, but still, you know, it went well. But I had to model the shirt for people to see. Yeah, because I was the best person to sell the idea.
And actually, you make the boldest statement.
Yeah.
It's one of the other reasons why people are asking, oh, why should we have friends? Well, you have that. When you try your ideas, your friends are the ones that will tell you whether or not it looks good.
Yeah.
And that propels you to the next level, or helps you to try again. Okay, so Amos comes here every Wednesday to preach the
Fight.
gospel of
Come
technology.
every Wednesday to fight with Sam.
So he comes and says, oh, tech is this, tech is that. And I try to show him how tech would be the end of this world. You've seen all those movies with robots turning on humans.
Yeah.
And I try every Wednesday to convince him, but he doesn't agree. So I'm going to try that with you.
Okay.
At what point did tech get introduced into your business, and how did it help it or kill it?
It did help. Okay, let me start by saying this. In the next 10 years, we are going to maybe go on Amazon or any search engine, go on Amazon, take a design, download the template, and we'll print it from our homes. That is where fashion is going to.
In 2030, so this was 2021. Yes, so 2031.
Yes, that is what's going to happen because the 3D printing is really taking over fashion.
Okay.
They have the 3D printing, you have the wearable tech. Adidas did a shirt where you wear the shirt and you're playing and your data analysis is showing on the system. So they know what's wrong with you as you're playing. That's where tech is going to. You understand? So tech has come to stay. I have this thing that is coming up where you can stay anywhere, download app, do your designs, send it, then your shirt will be delivered to you in 5 minutes. Like the shirt will be produced in 5 minutes.
Now hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I knew you had something in your mind.
I always have something in my mind. So you no, it's not. I'm not thinking of it in the realm of impossible. It's the time that I have an issue with. In 5 minutes, you put whatever design together,
Yeah.
and in that time, you have it delivered.
No, not delivered, made. Like, apart from having it on your apps, we'll have spots where you can come. I'm trying to merge with like eateries. You can come. It's a machine. It's just like an ATM machine. You do your design, send. While you're eating, your shirt is ready.
Okay.
Whatever design you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
You know, now thinking about it, it's something that if I had a lot of money, I want to invest it in that. So, don't you see the problem of privacy with what you said? Was it Adidas?
Yes.
You put something on and your data is on some screen.
Yes.
Don't you see how technology is slowly but surely creeping into private parts of our lives?
Yeah, but I think it's on that part, the wearable tech, it's for our good, like fitness.
Until it's not. That's the thing. We have to start by selling the good until it gives us a reason
I should have warned you.
to think twice. No, I'm just saying.
I
Think
know,
about it.
I know. But the thing is, with every tech, there's always the good side and the bad side.
Exactly.
You know, there's always the good side and the bad side. But we try as much as possible to see the advantages than the disadvantages.
Okay.
Everything has advantage and disadvantages, but we try as much as possible to see the advantages and disadvantages. Why I think wearable tech will sell is this. Now, the whole world is so keen on health because, you know, COVID just hit us, right?
Yeah.
So the whole world is so keen on health. So it would be so cool. You know, we have wearable tech watches that will tell you how your
Heart
body
rate and all of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, but with clothes, it's more detailed. You know, with clothes, it's more detailed in the sense that you wear clothes, or you can forget your wearable watch, your tech watch, right?
Yeah.
But you can't forget your shirt. Your shirt is always with you. So imagine you're wearing your shirt and you have a watch, or the shirt reads to your phone, and something's going wrong on your body, and your phone just tells you this is going wrong, this is going wrong. Go to this, go to that. You know, it's going to help.
Yeah, like I remember this company called Thin Ice. Thin Ice, I think they shut down now.
Okay.
But they came up with this Under Armour that you wear.
Yeah,
And,
I remember that.
it basically helps you burn fats. You know, so that was the core of the technology, and then they had a sensor in there.
Is it affordable?
It is shut down, so you can't even get it in the market anymore. But
I can buy for someone who I need like 6. You just wear and it burns your fat.
yeah. So the concept is it's makes your body believe you're cold, and your body has to burn fats to generate heat. Yeah. So they had the vest, they had the shoe pads as well, so you could just wear it in your shoes and all that, and it connects to your phone. So after a whole day of work and doing all that. It just tell you burn this amount of fat. They're like, wow, okay.
Okay, I see how the end result sounds good, but I'm going to question the process. How
Okay.
does it make your body feel you're cold?
I don't work there, so
See the problem? It is compromising your biology. Your DNA is at risk. Okay, now, Anthony,
Yes, sir.
are you sure that this dream of yours will be realized on a global scale or on whatever scale in 10 years?
Yes. Yes.
Why 10 years specifically?
The figure 10 years is not like I have anything attached to it, but I believe every 10 years has a new thing coming in, a new
Okay.
invention, a new tech. Already they've started making T-shirts that has digital screens on it. The other day, 5 Nights of Glory, I saw a cap, digital screen. I was like, oh, cool. It's becoming to light. Like everybody's going tech. Very soon we'll be seeing adverts on people's shirts, running digital, running.
Yeah.
That's where the world is going to. I'm this kind of person. I like change. I like tech. I like change because if you don't want to change, you'll be left behind. So why don't I go there before other people come?
And if there's fire there, to burn you first.
Obviously, but I like taking risk. I'll rather be there before other people come.
But I think 10 years is enough time because the technology is not new. It's
Yes,
available.
definitely.
It's there. So it's more of a thing of penetration.
Yeah.
We're talking about smart clothing. We're talking about wearable gadgets, eyeglasses, wristwatches, shoes, smart belts.
Yeah.
All sorts of things like that. It's just about penetration. At what point? Because sometimes something will be have sold like 100 million units in America, and we still don't know it exists in Nigeria.
Obviously.
So somehow it just ends up in a bar, and someone says, "I'm like, okay, that's nice."
Now I remember. Yeah, technology has always been there. James Bond has been warning us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the funny thing, yeah.
With his
Most of
wristwatches and
those-
crazy
Yeah.
suits.
Most of those movies back then, they kind of helped us. Like I don't know if you remember Minority Reports.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean they're swiping and doing all of that.
Tom
That was
Cruise, yeah.
2001, and all of a sudden now we have like, tablets in our hands and.
Let's go a little further down. Matrix was 99.
Thank you.
Matrix was 99. It was futuristic as crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, it was.
Damn.
Terminator was weird.
Oh,
all the AI
come
things
on.
we're talking about,
Come on.
talking about the world.
Yeah,
Every time we
yeah.
talk about,
So I'm going to digress a little because you guys have gotten into, and I didn't see that movie, by the way.
Terminator.
No, the one on Twitter you were complaining about.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so with these guys in Hollywood, because we've seen so many times where it seems like they're predicting the future, but other times we realize that it's either they know something we don't, or the guys who are inventing are following their model. Which do you think came first? Did they just put it there based on imagination and inventors followed suit, or they just knew that this was going to come through and put it in some...
It happens both ways.
Yeah.
So you look at certain games that are created on maybe Xbox or PlayStation, and you look at the kind of weapons that they have in those games. You're like, wow, how did they think of these weapons? Actually, some of those guys buy concept weapons from the military.
Yeah.
So these are weapons that probably wouldn't be developed, but they're just like concepts that the military can declassify. So they will go and buy those concepts and then use them. Same thing you find in racing games. They look for concept cars and then they put them in there. So some of those things you see, they are concepts from companies that probably the company doesn't want to develop, or the company is just trying to see how acceptable this idea is going to be.
Yeah.
Right, because you already have a patent for this, so they just tell the director, okay, you can put this out there. Some other times, the directors could be visionary. For example, like in the case of what do you call this? What's this guy? James Cameron.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's that kind of person. Christopher Nolan is also like that.
James Cameron, was it
Avatar.
Avatar, Terminator.
Who's the Transformers guy?
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
Yeah, Michael Bay, true.
Michael Bay is just like the destruction guy. So
Okay.
yeah. But you look at guys like Christopher Nolan, who always comes with like a new theory every time, you know, talking about his time travel and all those things. You look at someone like Peter Jackson, who's always pushing the boundaries of what's possible with graphics and visual effects and all that. So sometimes these guys are visionary, and they actually they give creators and inventors a new perspective.
Okay. So 3D printing, Anthony, at
Yeah.
what point would you say it has gotten too far?
3D printing. You can actually print a gun.
Yeah.
You can actually print a gun. Yeah, 3D printing, it's let me use this word, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous because I did research and I found out that when I knew you could use 3D printing to make clothes, I didn't want to believe it until I got the machine myself and I started doing stuff. And the 3D printing has a lot of filaments, and there's this particular one that is flexible to clothes. It's called the Ninja Flex.
Okay.
Ninja Flex is so flexible that it moves, it bends. You know, 3D printing, it comes with, the filaments are like strands.
Okay.
You put it in a machine and the machine melts it to any shape you want it.
Yeah.
So for you to make clothes, you can make it like a mesh. You know, make it like a mesh. It comes out like a mesh.
Yeah.
You know, like a mesh, it looks like lace. So it moves, you know. So that's the process of baking clothes. You know, and it's washable. It doesn't decay. You know, so, you know, but the part that really got me was I watched something and I heard a lady say, a fashion designer say this, that very soon we'll be printing our shoes. And I paused and I was like, okay, that is crazy. Now, what they'll be selling is, what you're going to be buying online is the template. You know, in the nearest future, 3D printers will be so
Cheaper.
cheap,
Yeah,
and
it'll be cheaper.
everybody can
Everyone
afford
will
it.
get it, yeah.
So all you have to do is, if you can't design, you can buy design, the template. You buy it, put it on a machine, and you print your shoes. You know, so that's why I see it go. And thinking of that is like, wow, man, this world is really going to change. Yeah, the world is really, and now COVID has come, and that distant thing is, so you can just, it's going to fly.
But I think, let me paint a better picture of what you asked him, right? Imagine a scenario where someone has a gun, prints his bullets. That can be scary.
Very
Because
scary.
a 3D printer can do that. Can even print the gun, not just the
It
bullet.
prints the gun.
Prints the gun.
Yeah.
Prints
So
the
that's
bullets.
an infinite supply.
You know, yeah. So it prints. It's like magic.
Sorcery.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Sorcery.
that's
So
what it will
just
come off
imagine
as.
one guy is arguing with another person in his house. He's a 3D printer, so he's arguing with someone in his house.
You did try me. You did try me.
They
Wait
try
for me.
Just go and print one axe.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Seriously.
Oh, yo. That's not nice to imagine. You see the dark part of tech? Do you see how it brings death and destruction? You see what we're talking about? Oh, Lord of mercy. Yeah, it's right now. I mean, you're living it, so it's not
Yeah.
imagination
Yeah,
anymore.
it's
but
not. It's not.
we're looking at it becoming mainstream, which it must.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about all of this. No matter how scared you are, that is where the world is going, and there's nothing you can do about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's like when you're telling Nigeria about how the world is moving away from oil and electric
Man.
cars are going to flood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether or not you like it, it's going to
It's
happen.
going to happen. Yeah.
Elon Musk has set the trend. So.
But let's make the one that we can charge for prepaid meter first.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
All right, Infotech 92.3 Nigeria. Info Amos as always here, but we're joined by Anthony Edem. He's a fashion designer and a techie, and he's been able to fuse those two parts of his expertise into one beautiful passion of his. I would like to hear from you. What do you make of the conversation so far? More importantly, are you, like me, wary of this thing that would definitely bring the world to its knees? Call me and tell me. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0007. WhatsApp, as always, is 080-903-06416. Somebody sent a message here on WhatsApp says, me, I have 7 packs. I think it's when we're talking about the 6-pack thing. That's when this message came in. All right. Now, Anthony, you and I know that a 3D printer does not cost 5,000 naira.
No, it doesn't.
You have to be rolling in that dough.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk a bit about funding, because I'm certain there are lots of people who want to try what you're doing, but they do not have as much. Hello? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Greatness to the guys in the studio.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Okay. Well done, guys. I've actually been listening and been following up. I'm a tech guy too, and we're bringing this knowledge down to Nigeria, particularly Port Harcourt. I must say, if there's something I always say concerning if we embrace technology, a lot of problems will be solved if it is used the right way. I'll also give an example of the digital smartphone you have, this analog smartphone. Now, please don't ask me which one is analog smartphone.
Okay.
When you go to buy tomato in the market and you see your man brings out one small touch phone, that one is analog smartphone.
Okay. Okay.
That you can do transfer with it with your USSD. That makes it smart analog phone.
Thank you, sir.
The
Thank you.
The other one that you use app, you now use digital smartphone. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Now, the 3D printer, you can use it to print. It's shocking, but let me just say, you can also use that to print the baby and present the baby to your mother-in-law and say, "Mommy, our baby is here."
Really?
Now, since mommy, of course, since mommy does not know what it is, mommy will just calm down. Why the wife is preparing to give birth? Since they are disturbing you now.
Oh, I get it. Okay. That was a good one. Thank you very much. Because I was wondering how, I mean, you don't want to mess with a Nigerian mother and a baby. She knows what it feels and sounds like. So, funding. On Wednesdays, of course, I always talk to people in the startup space. And the fund is an important part of most businesses.
Yeah.
Now, you had all these dreams and passions and things, but from our conversation, it's obvious that you had the capacity to support it.
Yeah.
For the guy who's also thinking along the lines that you are, but they do not necessarily have that capacity, what options do they have?
Okay. You have different ranges of 3D printers, right? I will always say this: you can get the cheaper one and just learn with that.
Okay.
Yeah. There are some that can take in 4 filaments at once. There's some that can take just 2. There's some that can take 1. There's some that can take 5. You know, because 5 filaments means 5 different colors.
Okay.
You know, so, but I would just say you should buy the dual one that can just take 2 filaments. Try with that and just understand it, because it's a process. You have to understand how it works. Yes, but at least you can actually print stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, you can actually print stuff. Yeah. So
You want to say something, Amos?
Not about funding, because I haven't bought a 3D printer before. I was actually going to take us back a little, because you talked about how dangerous this could be.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about how we can, what we can do to make sure that this doesn't turn into a nightmare for people.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing when technology is coming, we're always talking about this is what it can do for you, this is what it can do for you. We don't really talk about what threats it poses.
Yeah.
And if we talk more about the threats, we will be able to get some control measures in place. So, for example, for something like 3D printing, where it just basically prints out what designs you put in there. Basically, it has to be some form of control as to what designs you have access to. And even those people who can design, if you have 3D printers that must be hooked up to the cloud before printing, and maybe some government is checking, okay, are you sure you're not printing the gun? Yeah, then maybe these are things that could improve the experience for us and make sure that there's some form of control.
So that means it only works with access to the internet.
Right now, no.
No.
It's hardware. It just works.
Yeah,
right?
that's
So
what I'm saying. So what you're recommending
Yes.
is that there is
There's-
a way to check
Yeah.
that nobody is printing the wrong things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And again, some people will sue that they're infringing on their
Privacy.
privacy.
Yeah.
Of course, but it's like it's the same thing as a security guy. You want him to follow you everywhere. You want him to keep you safe. How can he keep you safe if he doesn't know where you are?
Well, you may be a married man looking to go to the.
At least he knows you are in the hotel. He knows you're there. He doesn't know what you're doing inside.
I
the
didn't
hotel,
complete the
but he
sentence,
knows-
but I like how you just put hotel there.
Of course.
You see?
Yeah.
It might, it might be. All right, 08179230002. Now, Amos has, tried to tell us there's so many different ways that technology can help us.
Yeah.
Now, with you, it's fashion.
Yeah.
I'm certain there's someone who's going to be selling tomato tomorrow that he will bring that would also preach that gospel. I've asked him, and he, because he's an ambassador for technology, has not given me the answer I'm looking for. What venture do you think technology cannot help?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about food, but food. Let me see. Food can how tech and food. I've not really
food
thought-
is agriculture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo.
Because tech is already helping food.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
is. It is.
Look at even your 3D print. 3D printers are printing out farming utensils right now. So
Yeah, they are. They are as quick as they are.
So
actually.
in rural communities where they don't really have people fabricating most of these things, using 3D printers to get them across to people that, just rest your case, okay? Tech is going to help everything. We just have to make sure that we're controlling it. So
If Elon Musk has rested his case, he will not be where he is.
Yeah.
So, just give me time.
well, as I always say, to end the tears.
Is it your tears? All right. So let's talk about. Sorry, we have a call. We'll obviously take that question after this. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
How are you, sir?
I'm wonderful. What's your name?
I like you to guys my name.
Okay. Talk to us.
I only want to applaud you. You are trying.
Thank you.
You're trying. I think someone supports your motion against technology.
Well, not just that. When someone says, "Oh my goodness, this headphone is about to break," do you see my head swelling? Okay, now Anthony, let's talk about other non-tech parts of your fashion.
Okay.
Has tech taken over every part, or is just this particular one?
No, just this particular one. Like, okay, let me explain another part.
Mm.
In terms of design, I brought some things to show you.
Oh,
In terms
okay,
of
great.
design, instead of using ink on your shirts,
Okay.
yeah, you can actually, I printed my logo that I use on my shirts. All these are 3D printed stuff.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so you can use that and put it on t-shirts.
Oh,
I'm actually doing a shoe, so this is the logo for the shoe.
great.
Yeah, the 3D printed.
Asante, please focus on this. Yeah. So if you're watching us live,
Yeah.
you definitely see this. Let me.
Yeah.
Oh damn. This is.
Yo, so I call this is Ninja Flex. See,
Yeah.
it's flexible.
It is.
Yeah, so imagine this into lace form. You can actually wear it. It's wearable. If you do that into lace, it's wearable.
Now I'm thinking. I don't know. Some idea came to mind.
Yeah.
You can print a kobuku.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
This is not easy to break.
Yeah.
What is a nightmare of every Nigerian parent that wants to flog their child?
They can
Belts.
print it
The
anytime.
koboko will break. So imagine printing a koboko, and it is almost indestructible. Oh my goodness! But this is truly beautiful.
Yeah,
Now the thing with discovering something new,
yeah,
it's like when a man has been in a marriage for many years. This is not a good example, but it's one that is one that many people will relate with. So he's been married to his wonderful wife for 15, 20 years, and then he decides to start cheating with a young woman. The passion, the everything, he's giving her his all because she's new.
yeah.
So you were doing fashion normally, then tech happened. It became the new. Do you still remember the old that was with you before tech.
Yes. You can't really throw away the old, no matter how you
Okay,
you
so
can't really throw away the old.
The first wife is always relevant.
Yes, first wife is
That's good,
always
that's good.
relevant.
That's wonderful.
It's just an added added stuff.
What is wrong with Amos, please?
I don't know.
What is his
Please.
problem?
Tech and infidelity have not.
It's just for the purpose of understand. I mean, did he not understand?
I did.
I mean, he answered immediately. But I'm literally fascinated by this.
Yeah, so you see, tech is mostly an enabler, right?
Yeah.
So when we're talking about tech startups, you will usually hear that you usually hear people say a tech startup and a tech-enabled startup, which means it's fully operated using technology or
Yeah.
just
Enhances the experience.
Enhances the experience.
Mm.
So I think, fashion right now is kind of tech-enabled because you have of course, we've talked about 3D printing.
Yeah.
You have new chipsets that you can put in your clothes and all of those other things. Yes, as technology continues to improve, newer things are going to come out. We're going to be seeing more applications of technology in fashion.
Yeah.
But one thing is sure, technology is not really there to get rid of the old,
Yeah.
but rather to improve the experience of the old.
Yeah, but there's a point where you have to drop the old. I mean, you can't keep.
And
Anyways,
if it's become obsolete.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm I'm calling from Nkoro.
Go ahead, Ida.
My brother, I want to appreciate that, my brother, yeah. That I go to guide you with some knowledge and understanding.
Mm.
And I need check. I
Yeah.
have to get his phone number. Let me buy like two from him.
Okay.
Please assist him. Please just send your number or you tell me how to come and pick it up. Let me come and buy it.
No problem,
Then
Ida.
people will see me too. Maybe they'll get it from you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. God
great.
bless you.
So
With
you-
some knowledge.
Yeah. Usually we give the social handles of our guests. We don't give their phone numbers. So before the end of the show, which is in about 6 minutes, you're going to get that and connect with him. Now, we're live on YouTube. So it's Nigeria Info PH. You can go there and watch as you listen. I'm saying this because I need you guys to see, what he gave me here, what he printed with the printer. It's very important. Asante, please, I'd like you to focus on this. It's extremely. I mean, come on. This is unreal. No, let me not use that
It's
word.
unreal.
No, I don't give Amma some credit, but I mean, this is something.
So this how they come. These are the filaments.
Okay.
They come like this,
Yeah.
and they melt into that.
Oh,
But this particular one is a Ninja Flex.
damn.
Yeah.
It's like spandex.
Yes.
Like-
yes, exactly.
You know what the superheroes wear.
Yes, it's like that.
Now, my dreams of looking like a superhero can be fulfilled. Damn. This is
Yeah.
truly beautiful.
Yeah.
I think this is wonderful. I like that you're doing what you're doing. Obviously, it may not even take up to 10 years.
Yeah, it may not.
Yeah, it may not take up to 10 years, but it's nice that you're moving in this direction. Now, to other people in the startup space, maybe not doing exactly what you're doing, but, with some kind of startup, what would you like to say to them?
Okay. When you're doing anything you're doing, you have to just be consistent. Consistency has made me get to this point, and the thing I noticed with us, we don't really update ourselves. We should not just use the phone to do Instagram and just listen to gossip. We should always update ourselves. Have a tech site you're following. Get updates.
Okay.
Do research. We don't really do research. If you do research, you really know that you are just nowhere, basically.
Truly.
So if you do research more, you understand, you learn, because definitely as you're writing, you make mistakes.
Yeah.
So you will learn, and you'll be better. You'll be a better person.
That's wonderful.
basically. Yeah.
Amos, do you have anything to subtract from that? 'Cause I doubt you want to add.
Just something I want to emphasize.
Okay.
For every time we come here, we talk about things we're lacking. We keep mentioning research, and you can hear him talk about it again. So
Yeah.
it's telling you that for what we have available to us, we're doing quite okay, but we can easily do a lot better if we have access to research.
Truly, I like that you added easily. Finally, Anthony, can you help me print a PS5 pad?
That won't work.
You know, because I know.
It won't work, though.
How it will work? Is it
It won't
scam?
work.
No, now you would know a way to wire and chip it, but he will
I
print
won't
the
be-
hardware.
No.
It's going to be cheaper than getting a new one.
It's actually going to be cheaper.
It will be cheaper, definitely.
Definitely.
Don't be a hater. Just
I hope Sonny's not paying attention.
no. Sonny, we mean well. I mean, but thank gentlemen for making the time. Anthony, your social handles for those who'd like to connect.
Okay. My Instagram is AE Illuminations at AE Illuminations. Then my Twitter is at AE Illuminations.
Okay.
Then my Facebook is at AE Illuminations.
Okay, there's no underscore, just straight up.
Nothing, straight up.
Okay, Amos.
Yeah, Unreal Amas on Instagram and Twitter. Unreal Amas is UNREALAMAS. On Facebook, it's Amas Albert.
Okay. What kind of music do you like?
Hip hop.
Huh?
Hip hop.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
No, we don't play hip hop on Nigerian Info. We don't. We don't play hip hop here. I've asked Amos to request a song countless times, and he's looking for who to disgrace.
Okay,
so
okay. Let me give you one you might have. Okay, late night alumni. Beautiful.
no.
Try that one.
You listen to very weird music, all,
You-
all the way from Japan. So there's no way in hell.
Try
gonna
this
ha-
one. Try this one.
He's a creative.
Okay.
Yeah,
Late
he
night
is a
alumni.
creative. So what I'll do is I'll turn off the mic so you don't hear the song that he requested, and you will know whether or not I played the song he requested. Thank you very much. Well, connect with us at Nigerian Info PH and at Sparking Oracle on all platforms. You're gonna hear something crazy coming up. Don't go anywhere.